Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Couric, and welcome to Eye to Eye. This week, correspondent Lara Logan broke the story of an Iraqi orphanage filled with mistreated, malnourished children who were rescued by U.S. and Iraqi troops. Today, Lara talked to one of those soldiers about the progress the children are now making.
But these kids, I mean, they're being fed now. They're safe. They've got somewhere to sleep inside. They're being treated like much more like human beings than before. But what kind of a future do they have?
This is it right here.
This is their future?
This is their future. I mean, I just don't know of any other government organization in Iraq that they could provide these kids with some kind of work program or home for them to stay in. In the United States, some of these kids are orphaned out, and they get adopted by people that want to help. I just don't see that happening here. I'm sure like their primary concern here, the actual people that work here, their primary concern is obviously is for their health more than anything. But
just keeping them alive.
It's keeping them alive. But how often are they going to get out of these cribs and interacting with each other instead of interacting through bars? I don't know. They're going to do that. I've been in here 3 times, and every time they're all isolated in their own chair or their own crib. Yeah, they're being cared for, which is huge considering what they've been going through.
What would you like to do if you could walk in here with a magic wand? What would you fix and make happen?
I get specialized people to come in here. I mean, all it takes is one day for them to come in and tell these guys that work here what needs to happen for their personal growth. That's it.
Does it frustrate you to see this?
It frustrates me that people are naive when it comes to these kind of situations. They don't understand that he's mentally retarded. He still thinks, he still feels, he still reacts to human contact. But people are just like, okay, he's mentally retarded, mentally handicapped. Just shove him off to the side and don't worry about it. It's not the case. We'll leave here and he'll remember us so the day he does. He'll remember us as the guys that came in here, took him out, the situation he was in, and put him in this situation. I never be able to tell us thanks. He doesn't need to, really. We've seen him moving around, breathing on his own, looking like he's alive. It's enough thanks. It ought to be enough thanks, and it is for our soldiers that came in here.
How does this compare to the U.S., to the kind of care these children would be getting?
Some of these kids wouldn't be here. Some will probably be in a hospital until they, like this guy, he'd probably be in a hospital. That's treating his wounds for one. I don't even know where they came from. Like his ears like that, unless he picks at them.
From the concrete?
These are like freaking cigarette burns on his arm. I don't know if he's scratching his own face or scratching his ears. But those wounds would be treated at a regular hospital. And then he'd be sent to a special needs hospital.
But he would at least have a life beyond this crib.
Yeah. And we see how many people work with these kids. We come up on those guys that are eating out there. There's like 12 of them out there and 2 people watching them. And the ratio back in the United States would be so much different. For one kid with Down syndrome, severe case of Down syndrome, is 1-to-1 every day. Here, I mean, there's probably 5 kids in this room with Down syndrome. The guys that work here don't even know what Down syndrome is. I just don't know how somebody could come and treat them like they did and walk away with a clean conscience. What benefit did they get out of doing that?